Yeah, back at my usual spot. How goes it, rail fans? Just taking a breather, not to mention advantage of this nice weather right now. A gentle breeze and cooler temperatures. The outer portions of Tropical Storm Sally brought some rain and wind in the area, but nothing serious. But I do hope those who were hit by this storm system are safe and recovering. Okay, so in my last video, I did mention this place right here, Sugars. It's owned by Bob and Judy, but little did I know they were looking for me. They invited me to come to this place during the grand opening, which I clearly missed. But they did make up and told me to come by and visit because Miss Judy did offer me some cheesecake, which was absolutely delicious. But while enjoying the chat, which is always a good chat, as well as the good eats of that cheesecake, a work train did slip by me. An SD40 running long hood forward and a short line of cross-tie cars was heading south. And of course, by the time I got my camera out, he was already at South End Pelham. But what I didn't know was he was in the siding. Also, what I didn't know is Lee Street signal is showing a clear signal. And while taking all of this in, looking back at Highway 52, lights on, gates down, coming around the corner, here comes my old buddy Q126. And he is a monster. From what I heard from the defect detector, he is around 16,000 feet long. Monster train. Wow, this train was a beast. It looked like there was no end to it. I was going to call it quits, but then AB Dispatch got on the radio to get a hold of Q647 coming south, letting him know that a train's coming at him coming north, but will be taking the connection track over to the SNA. That means they're going to be putting that crossover piece to work, which is good, but rare. Okay, let's take a glance at the signal here. Slow approach. That means approach the switch. Be prepared to stop at the next signal. That case being Murray, going on to the SNA. I wasn't sure if Murray was showing a stop signal, so I went and checked. And of course it did. But that quickly changed to a medium clear. Wait a minute. A medium clear? Okay, I gotta run back to the Lee Street signal, because I have a hunch it's a signal I rarely get to see on this track. Huh, look at this. Medium approach medium. Red over yellow over flashing green. My railroading knowledge hasn't fully escaped me yet, but I was hoping this would be the case. What it means, for the train anyway, is to proceed through the switch at medium speed, not to pass the next signal, not exceeding medium speed. In all cases, 30 miles per hour. Whew, okay, I'm definitely putting my steps in today. Back to the Lee Street crossing. I'm waiting for this guy, whoever it is. And as soon as he called the medium approach medium, it's local A712 out of Talladega. A pair of Gevos pulling a string of auto racks. A long string of them. Given the pace of this train, I was under the impression that they can travel at a much higher speed through here. This train is barely doing 15 miles per hour. And looking behind me, the drivers are not happy about that. A few of them have already turned around to try to find a better path into Helena. Now with the local taking what retired dispatcher Miss Susie would say, the scenic route, The track's lined up and clear signal is ready for Q647. It's been sitting north of the signal known as Pond, so it wouldn't be blocking the crossing right there at North End Pelham. He's rolling now, but I want to see what these drivers are going to do before he gets here. That's why I started recording a little early, because the traffic is already bad and this train is coming. He's already knocked down North End Pelham. We'll be calling Lee Street in just a moment. Okay, showtime. Coming from the BRC Clearing Yard in Chicago, this is Q647, en route to Rice Yard in Waycross, Georgia.
Q647 has a clear Lee Street with the lead at 34.
Wow, another massive train. I'm going to sit here a bit and wait for him to clear the Pelham defect detector to find out how long he is. While waiting for that readout, 647 is going to have a tag-along. Lee Street is already showing a restricted signal. And now I hear it.
5744, speed 23, no defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axle 778. Link 13713. Detector out.
13,713 feet. That's 2.5 miles. And just a heads up, Q126 was 16,000 feet. That's 3 miles long. Wow. The Pelham defect detector is just outside the Pelham block, so that means Lee Street will be showing an approach. But my attention had to run back over to the SNA because a southbound caught my attention, calling clear Helena and clear Murray. He's already about to pass over that private crossing. This is Q521 coming from Radnor Yard, Nashville. bound for the Big Easy. And wait a minute. I'm looking down the tracks here and look like I see a clear signal for both Murray and Helena. Definitely a northbound was sitting at Dirt Road and he's waiting for 521 to clear. But back over to the Lineville, because here comes the next southbound train, Q185. Intermodal train out of East Thomas with a pair of pumpkins in the lead.
Q185, 18 BN, 4244, approach lead, southbound out.
.185 still had an approach. Reason being, he's going to be stopping at South End Pelham, and we'll be meeting another northbound train coming right at him, going into the siding. And thanks to Bailey, he tells me that this is Q648, who has been sitting at Watkins the whole time. Of course, he did meet his southbound counterpart, Q647. The stack train now slows down as he approaches the stop signal, and luckily, he will be short enough that he will not be blocking any of the crossings through here. With 648 not in the picture yet, my attention is back over to the SNA, because here comes Q224, an auto rack train. So short that he's already past the defect detector on this line. 88 axles, 2 engines, 19 auto racks.
Detector, milepost 411.6. No defects. Repeat, no defects. Total
I know you all heard that horn behind me, so back over to Lee Street, we have Q648 in the siding. And finally, with my own eyes, I got to see a ST48H. Is the Tier 4 version of the SD70 ACE. It's not leading, but wow, nice looking engine. No DPU on this train. 648 is heading to the BRC clearing yard as 647 was coming from. Looks like this was going to be it here. He's heading on north. I'm heading home to get some dinner. So here at ANJ 959.7 here in Pelham on the Lineville sub. Thanks for watching. Until the next milepost.